Weird Realities Network presents Blondes, Books, and Campfire Tales, where we pull up a log, roast a marshmallow, and settle in as these two blondes talk spooky tales, urban legends, and classic horror icons. Exciting guests, perky blondes, and sinister tales makes this podcast as good as a double stack s'more. So let's join Bethany and Crystal as they gather around the campfire in Blondes, Books, and Campfire Tales.
Hello! Welcome to Blondes, Books, and Campfire Tales. Sorry we're a little delayed this morning. Evening. It's been a long morning.
That lasted till 7 o'clock at night.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a long night. Morning. Welcome to our first live in-person show. Sorry, you are all familiar, I'm sure, with our technical difficulties. Thank you for joining us. We are here in front of our first actual campfire in our actual in-person live event. So thank you so much for joining us, everybody. And we do have our special guest tonight, Rikki. Rikki, come join us.
Oh, okay, I'm coming. Hold on, I'm almost here. Just a second. Hold on, I've got this. Hold on.
Yeah, we got here. If you want that. There's that.
There we go.
Just trying to punch me in the face.
There we go. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you for joining us. Welcome to the show, Rikki, in real size.
Thank you.
He's the king tonight. So we as queens. That's weird. A little. Yeah. So we do have Axel on comments tonight, since obviously we can't see what's going on. If you guys, we're kind of messing with the sound, so if you guys hear the sound okay, please put it in the comments. If something's wrong with the sound, please put it in the comments, and Axel will try to relay it to us as best as possible. Right now, he's trying to send out links to people who are requesting it, so just work with us. It is the first time we've done a show like this, so yeah, there's probably going to be a few kinks, but we will get it all figured out. Yeah,
Our show's pretty kinky anyway, so
yeah.
Yep.
That's what people expect.
It's hard to hear you.
So, welcome to Tucson, Arizona. And this is what we have as a campfire. And it's a pretty good evening. Like, it's kind of nice out right now.
Yeah,
It's really nice.
we've got a campfire. We've got some campfire tales to share with you all tonight.
Yeah.
And so we definitely hope that you are ready for that.
Yeah.
And we didn't discuss who was going first.
I can go first.
Okay.
We do have s'mores, but we're waiting for the log to burn some more.
Yeah.
And then figure out how to take the top off.
I can tell you how to take a top off.
Yeah, I know. Okay.
Nice, really. So my drinks.
Go get your drink. Would you like some of mine?
Well, I've got like a huge cooler here. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
How many drink holders does one chair need?
Yeah, do you see the size of this chair?
Yes, I do. Okay, that's okay. Rick in the biggest chair ever has 6 drink holders.
Yeah.
I have 2.
I have one.
I have one.
You have the cooler though right here.
Yeah, but my drink holder isn't big enough for my cup.
You can use mine. Oh, you want that?
No, it's not big enough.
Yeah, you can use
One
one.
of these.
Yeah, I've got plenty.
Square instead of round. That's the issue.
Oh, yeah. That's been a problem since we were kids.
I mean, I always knew I didn't fit into the right holes.
Wow.
What?
So, pop this here.
Oh, sound issues.
We're being told that there's sound issues.
What are...
Oh, my
Mic is muted. I accidentally muted my mic.
But I can hear you.
Okay. Can you hear us? Who do you hear? Do you hear me? I'm a hearable.
I'm muted.
Okay, can you hear us now? Okay, so...
All right.
So was it that you couldn't hear Crystal?
This is not an echoing.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think there's a lot of echo. Oh, maybe it's on our phones here.
I turned my phone down as far as it could go.
Okay, want to do that?
Can you do that?
Okay,
Okay, is that okay? It won't turn down all the way because I'm in the show.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
Well,
What about your boom mic? Can we just pass that or, oh, it has to be plugged into that, huh?
Yeah.
But can you hear us, Axel?
Yeah, but it's just a lot of echo.
It's just a lot of echo.
Try to both be mute.
Okay, because Beth.
Beth. Oh.
We're trying to mute.
Yeah.
Yourself.
So see, do you have a bottom thing right
Oh,
here?
Mike.
Yeah, Mike, mute. We could probably just use my phone then. And maybe just not even have these things. My right headphone. You like my earwax? I know, but our stuff might be picking up ourselves, and the audience is probably hearing all of it. Huh? I know, but he was taking my ear. Does that sound a little better there? Sound good? So how about what we do is you guys can mute your stuff. So mute your things, and we'll just pass my phone around back and forth.
Mine's muted.
Yours is muted, mine's muted.
Yeah, so
How do I mute this?
take those out.
Do you want me to just shut off my? Do you want me to exit the studio?
Okay, we're gonna leave.
But you can still see us in the other little box.
Yeah,
Leave.
because we're still on stream. Thank you for everybody that's sticking with us through technical difficulties. We love you.
Do have neighbors.
Yeah. Can you hear
They're
that?
right next door to us.
Give you the headphone.
You want this one? Oh my word. Really? It's okay, they're only two.
Okay, Mike says sounds like creepy echoing, creepy laughter.
Well, I mean.
Do you expect anything else from me,
Mike thinks he hears a chupacabra. And Lana says I feel like a creeper watching but not hearing. Okay, can you hear us a little better now?
It's a little muffled.
I've got my thing up all the way. So
Is it on?
is the mic up here or something?
It should be down there.
Yeah, that's where we talk at.
Can you hear me?
Well, Axel, give me yours right there.
Right. Can you hear me?
Not sponsored.
Yeah, I know, right? Appreciate it. What the best.
Okay, sorry, you can't use those. Remember.
To me?
Sorry, 'cause I thought you. So, one of us.
Mine was working, so.
What about Ricky's? Won't those work on my phone?
No.
Well, then plug into one of their things.
Well, the ones you gave me work on her phone?
Yeah, I would say mute yours. Rikki, give your phone to Crystal.
I mean, I love
And then
this
whenever
video on
you
my
talk, just kind of extend over to it. And then, no, Rick is gonna give you his phone, and you'll kind of be like the in between.
Wanda says this is so bad and so great at the same time.
Thanks, Wanda. I appreciate you.
But can they hear us out right now, or is it all just silent?
No, you can mute yours. The only one that's gonna be
I
working
know,
is
but I'm
Rick.
waiting until he gets his going right now.
Okay,
Can you hear anything? Or is it all silent?
that's fine. I wouldn't even think that.
You're not in the studio? No, you didn't.
We don't know how I did it for him.
You guys have always been careful. I'm not allowed to say that while we're live. Dad Stutsman. I'm sorry, you guys. I got old and drank alcohol now. They can't hear you.
Yeah, I can hear.
Where you want me to get open in mine? Where's your
Scroll down to see Rikki. Oh,
Whoa.
that's a lot of echoing. Wait, let me leave too. Okay. Well, we both exited the studio. So is that better now? Hey, welcome to Blondes, Books, and Campfire Tales. At 7:22. This is
Well, it's 6:22.
yeah, 7:22 our time, 6:22, and then 9:22.
Yeah.
All that fun stuff. But we can hear better now.
You can hear everybody.
London, Mike? Can you hear us?
Okay, but did they answer?
Yeah, I can hear you.
But he's listening. Axel
Oh.
can hear us, so we're good.
Oh,
We're
okay.
good. Hi, everybody. Sorry about our difficulties. This is our first in-person episode, so we
Yes.
appreciate you.
Yes, and it's kind of adorable because we're all over here just having fun, and poor Axel is behind the scenes right now, like running back and forth trying to do all the audio.
He's amazing, and we appreciate him a lot.
Yeah.
You want one?
So we got it figured out. We have to use one phone and not all of our phones, and we're using Rikki's phone. And Rachel wants to know what the name of the show is again. So I'm going to.
I don't know. What is it called?
She texted it.
Campfire Tales?
I can respond to her
Yeah,
maybe.
Go ahead.
Yeah, let her know.
Let's see if did it kick me off right there. Do you still see me? Can you still hear me, Axel?
Yes.
Axel, can you hear me? That's totally frozen right there.
I know. Okay. Miss Rachel. Hi, it's Bethany.
You don't need to tell her that. She wouldn't know.
Unless she's watching.
Maybe. And we are on Rikki's phone.
For Blondes, Books, and Campfire Tales.
Rachel, when you watch
Yes.
this later.
Yeah, so Rachel, you'll like this. Okay. Please tune in. I spelled please wrong. Please. Okay. Please tune in on Weird Realities. Thank you for working with us, guys, here. Weird. Stop autocorrecting to I'd. Weird.
Is this a lamp?
Mm-hmm. Quiet. This one's on.
Oh my
Network. Can you hear them also,
Over
Axel?
Yeah.
When they're talking? So you guys can talk while I type this. It doesn't have to be just me.
You guys, I'm figuring out. Ah!
Push it again.
Okay.
I'm blinded.
I do have neighbors.
Push it again. And again. There we go. Oh.
Oh, that's so much fun. I wasn't ready. Do we want to party like? I mean,
The system is down.
the system is down. Okay, I'll take my beverage. Thank you. So, while Bethany's texting, thank you guys for dealing with our technical difficulties. I know that we do have technical difficulties multiple times, but I definitely think just being live in this environment for the first time, it has been a little bit more technical difficulties than usual, and we really appreciate you dealing with us.
Yes. I feel like technical difficulties is just like another guest of our show at this point.
Yeah. Well,
It's the invisible guest.
Exactly. It's like our
it makes its presence known.
it makes its presence known, yes. Okay, well, since we're kind of down to one mic, let's do our stories. You guys want to do that?
So tonight is our favorite campfire tales, and we're starting with Bethany.
Yeah. Mine is not my favorite campfire tale. I actually don't know what my story is. I was at work and I was Googling campfire stories and I had to look up creepy adults Campfire Stories.
Ooh.
And I read the premise and it seemed kind of cool. So I don't even know how this turns out. We shall see. Axel, so far, is anything showing anything on the comments, or are we still hearing everything okay?
We're good?
Yeah. Okay. Were you able to send the link to people who needed the link?
Maybe.
Okay. Well, they can watch it tomorrow on YouTube. Okay. So I don't know how long this is.
Let's all learn with Bethany.
We will. Maybe by that time we'll have our technical stuff figured out. So if the story's not good, it'll still work out.
Do it.
Yeah. Ricky's gonna chug a buzzball. Ooh, well, I want to know how it tastes. No, not me. Just drink it and try it and tell me.
Applause. Anybody applause?
Yes.
Awesome.
Read your story while I open this.
Okay. But I want to know how. Okay, well, take a sip. Tell me how it tastes.
It got on my thumb.
No, I don't want to try it.
You're my sister. I don't care.
No, that's not
You
that.
guys have the same germs.
Eh.
All right, fine. Cooties.
Okay,
Do
is
you
it
need
good?
a cootie shot?
No, I got one in kindergarten. I'm good. What do you think?
Well, there's a little bit of mango.
A little bit of
And
mango.
then chili comes in after.
Oh. Do you need water?
No, well, eventually.
Oh, okay. All right.
Fine now.
But it's all right.
So let's go on with the story. So this is called what?
Nothing.
Okay, all right.
We're good.
This is called The Wolf Girl of Devil's River.
Oh, I wanted to know that one. I actually saw that earlier too.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. This is by Gary Humphreys, by the way. So the story begins on the Chickamauga. I said that way wrong.
It's Chickamauga.
Chickamauga River in Georgia. John Dent was a trapper working with his partner, Will Marlowe. Marlowe and Dent traded together for several seasons, each year selling their hides jointly and splitting the profits. However, in 1833, Dent met Molly Purtle, a daughter from one of the neighboring farms, and fell in love. Dent told Marlowe, that's hard to say. What are you doing?
There.
Dang.
Trying not to make noise.
It's okay.
It was like
One-
crackling of the fire.
One rip is better than for like the longest time.
Your camera's still going, by
Oh, Rick. Oh, it's this one right here. Sorry. Hi, guys. That's better. Here, you want to film me while I read?
Doing? I'll film you.
Just don't pull my ears out here. Okay.
I'm good.
All right. So, Dent met Molly. They fell in love. Dent told Marlowe he would not divide the profits according to their usual arrangement, but would sell his hides himself. Marlowe wasn't happy. Days later, they engaged in a public argument. The scandal. Ending with Dent fatally stabbed Marlowe. Stop it. These are weird names.
Oh no!
In church.
I'm just trying to have natural reactions.
Oh no!
Oh, no.
Oh,
Gasp.
horror.
Now a fugitive, John fled west with Molly, stealing off in secret and leaving her parents to wander. Months passed before Molly penned a note to her parents, postmarked from Galveston, Texas, during the autumn of
Galveston.
1834.
You added it in.
Okay.
Story, let her tell it.
Sorry.
Just remember, yours is next.
I know.
And I am a very petty person. Okay, this is the note that she sent her mother, all right? Or her parents. She goes, "Dear mother, the devil has a river in Texas that is all his own, and it is made only for those who are grown. Yours with love, Molly." That is a messed up person to send their parents that message.
What does that even mean?
I have no idea.
Let's find out.
Okay. A year later, in 1835, a group of American colonists led by Dr. Charles Beale were camped at Lake, what's that word?
Esposanta.
Esposanta, near what is now Carrazo Springs in southwest Texas. I'm so sorry if I butchered that.
Axel doesn't believe my pronunciation.
Yeah.
Well, you
He's all, you're fine.
you can turn the camera. You're like all up in her face.
Oh, sorry.
Oh yeah, towards the front there.
I can't see what I'm pointing
Can
at.
you at least get my good side, Crystal? No, I'm just joking. I'm
This
totally
is
messing
just
with you.
me.
It's me. You're my good side.
I'm Bethany's good side. I don't know what it's a weird
It's fine.
angle.
Here, I'll hold it.
Okay.
You're good. Huh?
Oh. Yeah.
It's like looking at the fire.
Oh, there's a dual one?
Oh, cool.
Oh, no.
So
It's
professional.
no, not that way.
What are you doing?
I'm reversing the... There you go.
Okay. I got this now.
There you go.
No, it's your good side.
I feel like you're very close to me.
I am.
Where did we leave off
away
at?
from you.
I feel like my story is not going to have any impact right now. Okay. Half a mile away from the Beale Group, John Dent and his pregnant wife, Molly Purtle Dent,
That's why
MPD, both from Georgia, had built a brush cabin. What?
He wants
Axel's
your chin
directing
higher.
from the background. Oh, my chin higher?
Here, I got
Oh,
that. Hold my drink.
we're X-rated right now.
You want to get her face, not her.
Oh.
I got this. Okay. We're
Alright,
good.
Alright, keep in mind,
Okay, but hold on. You know what you need to pan to for everyone who watches any of our episodes, and they know that Indy always has to make an appearance. This cat is so pissed.
He's over there in the window, you guys.
He's so mad right now. He can't be part of the show. Okay, I'm so sorry.
At least I'm not showing them my butt anymore.
I mean, if you want,
Yeah.
I could be down here, like holding it or something.
I think we're okay. We'll just go on. People aren't here to watch us. Well, I guess so. But okay. Okay, so we have the colonist and we have Dent and his wife Dent, Mr. and Mrs. Dent. Okay, the Dents were to prove fortunate in their choice of a sight distance from the lake. A band of Comanche raided the main Beale camp and massacred most of the inhabitants, afterward throwing the bodies of the victims and their carts into the lake. That's pleasant. As Molly was approaching the end of her pregnancy, the couple was reluctant to travel despite the danger of hostile Indians, but moved on to the Beaver Lake area on the Devil's River.
Beaver Lake.
Yeah. I don't even know what the comments are right now going on in the section. Axel's probably just, yeah. One night in May 1835, there was a severe thunderstorm and Molly went into labor. She appeared to be having problems with the birth, so Dent decided to ride westwards for help. He arrived at a Mexican goat ranch on the Pecos Canyon and told them desperately about his wife's condition, begging for someone to ride back with him. But as the Mexicans prepared the horses to leave, there was a furious crash of thunder and a bolt of lightning struck Dent, from his horse, killing him instantly. Holy smokes. Sorry.
And she was giving labor during this time. I mean, what was it, like hours later?
Well, yeah. Well, labor lasts for hours sometimes.
But still.
Okay, after a considerable delay, the goat herders mounted up and followed Dent's directions, and I just pictured them mounting themselves up on goats, and they're just running around on the goats. I'm pretty sure they used horses, but in my head there were goats. Okay. However, darkness fell before they got over the divide of the Devil's River, thus delaying the search. Finally, at sunrise the next morning, they located the Dent's isolated cabin. But what they found outside the cabin in an open brush arbor was Molly Dent lying dead alone. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god!
Sorry,
I'm trying to be dramatic, and I'm feeling.
She had apparently died in childbirth, but there was no trace of the baby anywhere. The child was never found. But fang marks on the woman's body and numerous wolf tracks over the area made the goat herders naturally assume that the infant had either been devoured or carried off by lobo wolves. Must be a type of wolf. Lobo?
Lobo means wolf. So,
A wolf wolf?
By a wolf wolf.
It was carried off by a wolf wolf.
Okay. But this was just the beginning of the story. 10 years later, in 1845, a boy living in San Felipe Springs reportedly saw a creature with long hair covering its features that looked like a naked girl attacking a herd of goats in the company of a pack of wolves. The story was ridiculed by many, but still managed to spread back among the settlements. Around a year after this incident, a Mexican woman from San Felipe claimed she had seen 2 large wolves and an unclothed young girl devouring a freshly killed goat. She approached close to the group, she said, before they saw her and ran off. The woman noticed that the girl ran initially on all 4s, but then rose up and ran on 2 feet. That's kind of creepy.
That is
Sounds like chupacabra.
Yeah. Keeping close to the wolves.
Goat sucker.
Yeah. The woman was in no doubt about what she had seen, and the scattering of people in the Devil's River country began to keep a sharp watch for the girl. There were similar reports by others in the region during the following year, and Apache stories told of the child's footprints, sometimes accompanied by handprints, having been found among the wolf tracks in sandy places. A hunt was organized to capture the wolf girl of Devil's River, as she had now become known, comprising mainly Mexican vaqueros.
Vaqueros.
Oh, okay. On the 3rd day of the hunt. Oh, okay. On the 3rd day of the hunt, the naked girl was sighted near the lake running with a pack of wolves.
Oh.
Sorry, I just see Axel went out the front door. I don't know what's going on right now. Yeah, he went out the front door. So I don't know. Okay, what was he? The cowboys managed to separate the girl from her wolf companions and cornered her in a canyon, where she fought like a wildcat, clawing and biting frantically to keep her freedom. They finally managed to lasso her to keep her still, but while they were tying her up, she began to make frightening, unearthly sounds somewhere between the scream of a woman and the howl of a wolf. As she howled, the monster he-wolf from whom she'd become separated appeared and rushed her after captors. One of the cowboys reacted quickly and shot it dead with a pistol, at which the wolf girl fell into a faint. Securely bound, the men were now able to examine the girl and noted that despite a body covered in hair and her wild mannerisms, her appearance was human. Her hands and arms were well muscled, but not out of proportion, and she lacked the ability to speak, only making deep growling noises. She moved smoothly on all 4s, but was rather awkward when made to stand upright. That's just creepy watching people like run on all 4s.
Yep.
Okay. The girl was put on a horse and taken to the nearest ranch, an isolated 2-room shack amid the desert wilderness. She was put in one of the rooms and unbound, the cowboys offering her a covering for her body and food and water, but she refused, cowering in the darkest corner. Then they left her alone for the night, locking the door and posting a guard outside. The only other opening in the room was a small boarded-up window. Oh my gosh, it's still going. Okay. But as the night fell... Yeah, no, sorry. But as the night fell, the cowboys heard terrifying howls coming from the wolf girl's room. The strange cries carried through the still night air, unsettling her captors, and soon finding answers from among the wolf pack in the wilderness beyond the shack. Soon there were long, deep howls coming from all sides as the pack drew closer to the house, and occasionally strange howling screams from the girl answering them from inside her dark room. Suddenly, the large pack of wolves charged into the corrals, attacking the goats, cows, and horses, and bringing the cowboys outside, shooting and yelling to drive them away. In all the confusion, the wolf girl managed to tear the planks from the window and escaped into the night. The howls soon abated, and the wolves crept back into the wilderness. The next day, not a trace of the girl could be found. Okay, we're almost done. Though there were a few unverified reports in the following years of a young, hair-covered girl being seen with a wolf pack in the area, no one ever came close contact with her. Meanwhile, gold has been discovered in California, and westward travel had increased significantly. In 1852, a surveying party of frontiersmen searching for a new route to El Paso were riding down the Rio Grande at the bend far above the mouth of the Devil's River. They were almost to the water edge when they saw at close range, sitting on the sandbar, a young woman suckling 2 wolf cubs. Suddenly she saw them, quickly grabbing the pups, and dashed into the brakes at such a rate that it was impossible for the horsemen to follow. The girl would have been 17 years old that year. After that, she disappeared into the countryside forever. During the 1850s and 60s, reports from the soldiers at Camp Hudson, Texas, said that they would hear howling and cries at night, and it is impossible to know what became of Molly Dent's daughter. That's it.
17 is really young to have 2 kids.
Yeah.
That was the thing I took away.
But they weren't hers, though, because they were wolf pups.
I don't know how long wolves live.
Like maybe 22 years, 24 years.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm guessing.
Yeah,
look on
probably
my phone,
similar to dogs. So yeah.
Somebody's on my phone, so I can't.
I don't know who's on your phone.
I don't know either. What caught me on this story, though, was because when I was searching up stories, what caught my attention was it was like these two people were talking about how they don't like to go to this lake because it's known to be haunted. And, you know, sometimes throughout the fog, they could see shapes, and they came across the shape of this young girl unclothed and eating a goat. And then when she saw them, she like scurried away on all fours. And that's what originally caught my attention of the story.
I get it.
This was way different from what I thought the story was going to go on.
No, I get it.
But
it's weird. She's like half human, half wolf.
Yeah.
So are we on wide pan shot or are we on my phone shot right
Both.
at the moment?
I don't know. Do I need to
Both.
cover up?
Which one shows up on the channel?
Both.
Both do at the same time.
Oh.
So people are seeing both views.
So
Well,
everybody
you
can
see
Bethany,
this.
and they can see you, and they can see my stomach.
Gotcha.
That's true.
Yeah, Bethany is obstructed from the main one.
It's my stomach.
Crystal's obstructing me.
I mean, I could show them my butt instead.
I mean, why not? They showed my boobs right there. So OnlyFans on Thursday nights, guys. Rick's I was gonna say Rick's trying to swallow, but okay. All right. So that's my story.
It's a good story. I like it.
Yeah. I mean, not bad for Googling at work. Not working. Huh?
I was definitely curious about it.
Yeah. So that's a fun story. Alrighty. Who wants to go?
In case you're wondering what Bethany is currently holding on her lap, these are extendable s'mores roasters. Well, marshmallow roasters. Yeah,
Ooh.
they extend.
Oh, they don't extend right
And
now.
they say Hershey's.
Oh,
Not that we're sponsored by Hershey's.
Yeah.
okay. Ooh.
Come on, Van.
Are they tied? They're zip tied. No awe right now. Sorry. It's just an ooh. But we do have marshmallows.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
And then this down here that I can't reach with my feet.
Oh, yeah.
Is the multi s'mores grilling basket.
Nice.
I don't want to use that later. It's been on the ground.
It's covered in like it's got a little thingy.
Burn it off.
Don't tell me what fire does.
I feel like those were fighting words. All right. So who wants to go next and take the earbuds?
Crystal's next.
Crystal's next. Okay, hold on. Let's swap that.
Here's your moonshine.
Thank
You
you.
bet.
Okay, hold on. I'm tangled up.
Oh, that's moonshine.
You gave me some.
They're chocolatey.
Yeah, Crystal shoved it in my mouth already.
Oh, awesome.
I did shove it in her mouth.
Thursday night.
Bethany likes it when I shove things in her mouth.
Thursday night.
Oh.
I wasn't here on Thursday night. Okay. So
Careful, don't hit your head.
So my story is about John and Sally. So one day, John went to a bar and he met this beautiful woman, Sally, with long red hair and beautiful blue eyes. And he was like, "You're beautiful." Because what else would you say to a beautiful woman?
What's up?
Right?
How you doing?
How you doing? That's what you say to beautiful women. So she was wearing a long white dress and she had a green ribbon around her neck. And they talked and they had a wonderful time. And John was like, "Sally, I would really love to take you on a date." And she's like, "Okay, that's fine. Let's go." So they went out and they dated a while. And one day John proposed and he was like, "I love you. You're beautiful. You're the most beautiful woman I've ever seen." And Sally said, "All right, I will marry you, but you have to realize that I will never take the green ribbon off my neck, and you never can take the green ribbon off my neck. You can never ask me to remove it." And John agreed. He said, "Okay, I understand that this is your condition." So they got married and they lived a long life. And then 50, 60 years later, as they were getting older, Sally got sick. And John was like, "Sally, I think you need more space around your neck. I think we should remove the ribbon." And she said, "No, you can never remove the green ribbon from around my neck." And John was like, "You're so sick though. I think it'll help." And Sally said, "John, no, you can't." Don't look at me like that. "You can't remove the green ribbon from around my neck." But she got really sick, and she kept getting sicker and sicker and sicker, and she was in bed. And the doctor came, and he said she can't breathe. I think we need to make more room. And John said, I know that she doesn't want us to, but I think we should remove the green ribbon from around her neck. And Sally said, John, don't do it. And he's like, Sally, I'm doing this because I love you. And he removed the green ribbon from around her neck. And her head rolled onto the floor.
For those who couldn't hear Crystal's giggling,
Laughter.
her head fell on the floor.
So she was a hula hoop.
Because the green ribbon was all that was holding her head on.
Come on.
When I was a kid, I thought that was scary, and now all I can do is laugh. I'm sorry.
No, I totally get it. Totally get it.
Meanwhile, I'm like, how dirty was that thing if you could never wash it?
That was a gross ribbon.
That was
Yeah.
a really nasty.
It was a
Crusty
disgusting.
ribbon.
All the
It was
sweat
gross.
and- Well, I mean, if she's showered, or even then, I don't know.
You can clean it in the shower, just because.
Yeah, but to try and get the underside, wouldn't it her head fall off?
I don't know.
And she wouldn't want to get that wet because maybe it will take the tackiness off so it doesn't stick anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Unless it was a magic ribbon.
That would really
I mean, the
suck.
ribbon held her head on and kept her alive. So I think that was a magic ribbon.
You know what would really suck is if she really couldn't stand the color green.
Right?
Why would she choose green then?
Maybe she didn't choose it.
Yeah. Maybe it was a sick joke from the fae that kept her alive or whoever.
Yeah.
Maybe it was some green hag or something. I don't know.
Some green.
Some swamp witch somewhere.
Well, I feel like your story was better than mine. Mine felt like a history lesson on like what not to do in 1835.
Yeah.
I feel like mine's well known and I changed it up. But
No, I think that was good. What was made it even more fun was Ricky's reactions in the back as he was trying to drink his drink.
All right.
Because Crystal's all serious and Rick's all
serious until the end when I couldn't stop laughing. Serious until the end when I'm like, her head fell off. Because it's really hilarious.
Well, I don't know. Axel, do you see any comments going on over there? Or
He's like, yeah, you don't want to see these.
oh, they're just saying hi.
Hi, you guys.
Hi.
They
I hope-
gave up on us. They're
I
just
hope
all
you
talking to each other in the chat.
I hope you enjoy stories about women's heads falling off.
Yeah, are turning into wolves.
Yeah, I guess it was Dear Girl, Wolf, something. I don't know.
Dear Girl was
I want to know
actually
your story.
no, wasn't that what you're talking about? Dear Girl. That was actually a different one of a woman. It was a like a skinwalker.
So-
almost.
Oh, hey, see, that one's cool too.
Yeah, so like the well here.
All right, there's a
real quick.
left and a
Well,
right.
Ricky figures that out. But basically, the deer woman was a skinwalker, and it could either be the shape of a woman or the shape of a deer, and she would lure men.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, and then she'd kill them.
All right,
That's
so
it. That's the story.
why do
That's
I
the
have
story.
these headphones in?
Because the microphone on there is closer to your in it.
Oh, so the microphone's on here,
Yeah, the
not on the
microphone's
phone.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
okay.
plugged in, so that's when.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
How's it going?
He's all nice now.
I feel like I'm watching, what was that show? Where he told tales?
Tales of the Crypt.
Oh.
Not that one.
Oh.
It was like fancier.
Oh, Masterpiece Theater.
Svengoolie?
No, yeah, Masterpiece Theater.
Okay, because there was also Svengoolie. Still is. I think it's the third one. Anyway, similar to Crystal's, mine was from a childhood story that I don't really remember. But it was, at the time, it was kind of scary to us as kids. And so I took the basic premise of it, and I'm just going to have to tell the story based off of that. So, yeah, here we go. So, in the forested northern parts of the U.S., where there's lots of trees, and nestled in there is a rural town. Really small, has a sheriff, and has dirt roads. And most of the people there carry around lanterns, kind of like the one that Crystal used earlier.
It blinded me.
Yes, blinded by the light. It also gets dark a lot quicker because of the thick forested canopy. And on this particular night, Billy was heading home he was heading home later than usual. And part of this was because he was pestering the sheriff about the news of some killer in the area. Now, what interested him about this killer?
The story
was the double voices coming off your phone.
Was Bethany? Bethany was me. I was trying to see the comments.
Turn the volume down next time. So what interested Billy about the killer was the fact that this killer had no legs. Yes.
How could he kill people with no legs?
Well, because of the fact that he was walking around on just his hands, he had killer upper body strength. I know.
I get it.
Anyway, so his mind was already racing while he started his long trek home through this dark woods. He had his lantern going, and for some reason, all of a sudden, the sounds, the cacophony of life that usually permeates the air went eerily silent. There was no crickets, no grasshoppers, no fireflies, no birds chirping, nothing rustling. It was quiet. And in that silence, he could hear click-clish, click-clish, click-clish. Do it again. Anyway, he didn't know what that was, so he stopped. And he looks around. Explosions. He looks around, and nothing. So he shakes it off and starts walking again. Pretty soon, he hears a little closer now. Click-clish, click-clish, click-clish. So he stops again. And he's not going to call out because he's in the forest and there could be animals and stuff. Plus, there might be some killer on the loose around the area. And he's not going to call attention to himself. So he turns the light off now. It's dark. He really can't see anything. And he starts walking again. But this time, he can hear even louder. Click-clish, click-clish, click-clish. So he turns the light back on. He doesn't see anything. His heart is racing.
Somebody distracted me with a marshmallow, and I was totally creeped out too. Rude.
Only Thursdays.
Okay, get back to Cookish.
Okay, you got you. All right. So by now, his heart is racing, and he's not sure what's going on. So he turns the light back on, and doesn't see anything, and just starts running. And he's running. And he starts, his breath is going out, and he can't, so he slows down and allows his breath to catch up. He doesn't hear anything at all. And he gets quieter and quieter. And then closer, he hears click-clish, click-clish, click-clish. So he runs again, but he knows that just ahead a little bit is a footpath bridge that goes right over a little stream. And there's tall grass on either side of it. So he gets closer to the grass, shuts off the light, dives over into the side, and just kind of scrubs up against the side and just holds there, tries to, keep his breathing down and, let it, cool off. And he's there. He doesn't hear anything. Now a little bit, he hears click-clish, 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 really close, all the way up to the ridge, and it stops. Now, Billy's holding his breath. He's not sure if anything's there, what's going on. He has to take shallow breaths, keep his heart from racing. He waits about 5 minutes, nothing. He waits another 5 minutes, nothing. He watches Crystal try to suck down the marshmallow that Bethany just gave her. Nothing. He knows that the sunlight will be coming up before too long. Again, it's hours. But about 2 hours later, he's still there and nothing. But it's light enough for him to see. So he takes a chance and he looks up over the edge. There's nothing there. When he crawls out from the grass, he's still looking around. He doesn't see anything. He doesn't hear anything. The sounds have come back. But what he does see is right at the edge where the road meets the bridge are 2 handprints that are no longer there.
How are they no longer there?
The handprints were there.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thanks.
but whoever was, it wasn't there.
I'm like, I
This
was
is why,
totally
as a
freaked
kid,
out.
it's scary. But an adult, you're like,
I call bullshit on that.
I was totally creeped out, but I was like, how are they there? Until you said the handprints weren't there anymore, and I'm like, well, how did he know there were handprints if they weren't there?
so yeah, sorry, I had to make it up.
I like it.
Thank
I
you.
like that one. That one was creepy.
I know.
How's the
Like
idea?
I need a
Click.
redemption one.
You do need a redemption one.
Okay.
Next time.
Well, no, I got one.
Okay, cool. Then this goes back over to Bethany.
Does that mean I have to show my butt to everybody again?
No, it's okay. I can.
Okay.
Excuse me.
We're back.
I
Okay.
mean, I'm sure Mike enjoyed my butt.
I'm not even going to say why that is wrong on so many levels.
I mean, nobody else would like it because it's too big. Mike doesn't know.
Stop.
Mike, I'm sorry. I love you. Don't hate me.
Crystal has she has a very curvaceous booty.
And we're talking about that giant snake that's bigger than an anaconda. So
Okay.
I got buns, hun.
I got puns. You know what we could have been doing this whole time? Having it face the fire right there and not try to.
dude,
I'm like, oh, that actually works.
You just don't want anybody to see your face.
No, I did, but you were showing my chest area to everyone apparently. Axel was not very happy with that. Which, by the way, shout out to Axel over there, our sound guy.
Hi, Axel. Thank you.
See our little jerry rig contraption going on. So, okay. I don't really have it as a story form, but I just remember the one story of the woman who was at home, and it was obviously a dark and stormy night. What? S'mores? The phone?
or are you showing it the fire?
She's showing the fire.
Well, I was showing the fire.
Never mind. Go ahead.
Yeah, we're enjoying the fire. Okay, so because they can see us on that. Hi. Okay.
Because we both wave.
I thought we were invisible this time.
No. Oh no, that's why seeing your reaction in the background and over here was a dual reaction. That was kind of funny. Okay, so
Okay.
she's gonna wake up in the middle of the night now, going click-clish.
Yeah, that's true.
So are your girls, since they were listening to it.
No, I can hear if they open the thing, but they did open the blinds. They're looking out though. It looks like. Okay, so obviously dark and stormy night.
Obviously.
Yes. Where's your lantern? Go. Bam.
Crystal had it down there.
Yeah, Rikki can't reach it.
I'm like 6 feet. I can't reach this.
That was actually skillful. Okay. Dark and stormy night. In red. Okay.
Blood.
Blood moon. It's a blood moon. Good job. So this woman, we're gonna call her Leslie.
Got it. Leslie.
I just made that up, so I don't know what joke you're laughing at.
I was thinking Lindsay.
Oh,
I was thinking Lindsay too.
It's Lindsay now.
oh, okay. It is Lindsay. For those of you who don't know, Lindsay was our friend. Another friend. Lindsay was a cool friend, though. We like Lindsay.
Yeah. Thinking Lindsay wasn't negative.
Okay, so Lindsay on a dark and stormy night was home alone. And it's her and her dog. Okay. So her and her dog. And of course, as the wind is crashing and
Are we doing sound
And-
effects?
they are upstairs from a disco club. I feel like y'all aren't helping me on my redemption story here. So anyway, Lindsay and her dog Spot
Ruff, ruff.
are at
That was
home.
spot on. You shouldn't have had any alcohol.
Your dad said you should tell the story about the girl with the bloody finger.
Oh, I love bloody fingers. I'll tell that.
His neighbors.
Sorry.
I rent, woman. I have a lease.
So do I.
I know we're not at your place.
So? They're over there. It's a whole separate building. Anyway, continue your story.
I'm forgetting now. Okay. So Lindsay and Spot are at home. And of course, she's got like the news on and they're talking about the escaped killer and things like that. And she's like, yada, yada, yada. I watched 2020. This is nothing on me, right? It doesn't scare me. So she's hanging out. That's SVU. That's not 2020. This is a different story. So
we're in trouble. We're
it's
together.
okay because I can't even remember this story now. So anyway, Lindsay and Spot are at home. They're hearing the story about the escaped killer, right? So anyway, Spot falls following Lindsay around and she goes and she starts cooking stuff and they make dinner and then she eats her spaghetti and he eats his dog food. And then of course they keep hearing stuff in the background and then she decides to go to bed. And when she goes to bed, she lays down. And so as she's laying down, she's just tossing and turning and she can't fall asleep at all. So she just kind of like, she lays down, she puts her arm down and of course Spot's down on the ground. So he starts licking her fingers. So she pets his head and she's like, oh, good spot. He's licking her fingers. And so anyway, she gets up and she goes use the bathroom. And then as she's coming back, she notices that there's a window that's open. And she's like, well, I'm pretty sure I shut that, but obviously I didn't. So she closes it. And then she goes back and she gets in the bed and under the covers and stuff. And she puts her hand down and Spot starts licking her fingers again. And then after a while, she notices something jumps up on bed with her. And she's like, well, that's interesting. And she kind of looks over and it's Spot. She's like, well, how is Spot up here? What's licking my fingers? And she looks over and in the mirror, she says she sees a man under her bed licking her fingers and he's holding an axe. Yes.
Sorry. You have neighbors.
And that's how Bethany got evicted on her lease.
I heard a slightly different ending.
Yeah.
Where she discovers Spot who's dead. Although I know you don't like the death of.
Yeah, I can't do the dead dog thing.
And the blood written on the mirror was, dogs aren't the only things that can live.
Oh, I do remember
That's
that now that you said it.
I think they used that ending in one of the Urban Legend movies.
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked the Urban Legend movies. Oh, we talked about those on an episode.
Probably.
Yeah. Since we talked about Urban Legends.
Yeah.
That works. Okay. Bloody fingers. Dun, dun, dun.
Dun dun dun.
Wait.
Dun, dun, dun.
That's
Well,
Dun, dun.
would be Resident Alien.
All right. A story of bloody fingers. So, this family is checking in to a hotel late at night. And they've been traveling all day. They're really tired. It's like midnight. So they find a hotel and they're like, we really need a room for the night. And the hotel clerk's like, well, we only have one room left, but I have to warn you. This room is haunted. And Dad's like, psh, whatever. I don't believe in ghosts. That's fine. Let's go to this room. So they rent the room. And the guy's like, are you sure though? Because this room, like people, like they don't even last 30 minutes in this room. And Dad's like, nah, I'm big burly man. I got this. I'm 6'7", whatever. And so they get up to the room and they hear bloody fingers, bloody fingers. And they leave the room. They're terrified. Like, who wouldn't be? What's going on? And then, but the dad's like, you know what? Next day, they're still in the area. And he's like, no, we were just whatever. So he goes back to the room. And he's like, I'm staying all night, no matter what. And he turns off the light and he hears bloody fingers. Bloody fingers. And he turns on the light and the voice stops. And he's like, what's going on? I don't understand. And he's like, but I'm staying here. I'm staying here tonight. He's so convinced. And he turns off the light again and he hears it again. And he's like, bloody fingers. Bloody fingers. And he gets so irritated because it's just on and off all night. And then around 3 a.m., he's like finally falling asleep. And he hears it again. Bloody fingers. Bloody fingers. And then he just yells, get a freaking Band-Aid. I'm sorry, that was loud. We have neighbors.
So, as a kid,
Rick doesn't like my ending. What was your ending, Rick?
Rick seems to have the best endings to the rest of his stories.
Apparently my ending wasn't good enough.
No, it was
Mine wasn't
awesome.
either.
Oh, I had this backward.
But you're 2 for 2 for stories. I'm like 1.
Until Rick changes my ending.
No. Although there was a kid, a little baby, that, you can hear the bloody fingers all the way through. And at the end, instead of the get a Band-Aid, the baby says, I don't want your bloody fingers, but you can have my dirty diapers.
Oh, I remember that one.
Not aware of this one. That's the first time I've heard that ending.
Oh. I'm not doing another one. Mine was cool.
No, that was a good ending. I liked it.
Well, and we're past 8 now, so despite our technical difficulties. Yeah, because he's forgetting people are attached.
I was trying to be aware of the attachment. I'm sorry.
You're good.
My phone.
But I know we did have technical difficulties. This is our first group effort episode, so thank you for bearing with us.
Yes.
We love you all.
Thank you, Axel, for trying to set up everything. and us not figuring out what he's trying to tell us half the time.
Yeah.
That's the circulation on
Yeah.
play.
Also, compliments to Dan and Kathy Stutzman for providing the fire pit. Our show is officially sponsored by them tonight.
It is.
The fire
It
pit
is.
is. So thank you guys
Thank you so much.
for contributing to the Blondes Books and Campfire Tales.
We hope you
Show.
enjoyed. We hope that you enjoyed some of our favorite campfire tales as well as a new one.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't call that a favorite. I'd say
I said it was just new.
desperate Google search.
Well,
That's
the
fair.
Clickfish was one from my history, so yeah.
Yes, yours was good.
Cliff was good.
Yes.
We will be back in 2 weeks on March 12th.
Mm-hmm. We should
And-
do like a St. Patty's Day, like Irish urban legend type thing.
So on March 12th, Jason B. Dutton is joining us to talk about his book,
Never
How to
mind.
Dance.
We will have a guest speaker or a guest host with us.
So, I mean, we might talk about some. We did St. Patrick's Day last year anyway.
Oh, we did. Yeah, that's right.
So, so join us in 2 weeks for our normal show with hopefully a few less technical difficulties. And we will be, like I said, author Jason B. Dutton will be joining us to talk about his book, How to Dance. So if you would like to read it in ahead of time, you definitely can do that.
Amazon?
It's on Amazon. There's print, digital, and audio form versions. It's also in Barnes and Noble, bookstores everywhere. I did buy mine at Barnes and Noble. So it's definitely available wherever books are sold.
Does he offer signed copies? Like if you reach out to him?
He might actually.
Okay.
He has been doing a lot of book signings recently. So yeah, Jason B. Dutton. He is Jason B. Dutton on Facebook, Instagram, all the socials. So you can definitely look into that. And we will discuss his story. It is a little bit different from our normal, because we normally do a little bit darker, and this is a romance novel.
But we do talk about books. It doesn't
Mhm.
necessarily have to be horror or anything.
Yeah. So just saying, it's just we know it's not as dark as we normally go.
Tips come on.
And Bethany is going to continue to learn how to use a s'mores stick for the rest of the night. But we definitely thank all of you for joining us.
Eat them.
I'm not eating it. It was just sticky.
Well, Bethany learns how to eat a marshmallow. Have a good night, everybody.
I can eat a marshmallow.
Good night.